Here's obviously the escalating tensions from Beirut between Hezbollah. Hassan Nasrallah is obviously the person that they're looking at right now. The person that the guy talked about, Hassan Nasrallah, is the general secretary, right? I think I said his rank correctly, of Hezbollah. And Hezbollah controls certain parts of Lebanon. So Hezbollah will do everything they can to minimize civilian casualties and only focus on idea of leadership. Surely that guy wouldn't be upset about that, right? Yeah, obviously. Like, the reality is that everyone has their biases in this regard, in this situation. And I think that, of course, the American government's biases lie with Israel. They don't care that Israel is killing a shit ton of civilians in Gaza, and they don't care that that Israel is also attacking Lebanon. They would just stop the money faucet. They'd stop the weapons faucet. You know what I mean? But they haven't. And the fact that they haven't shows me that they are interested in continuing this.
News out of the Middle East, major developments in the war there. A senior Hamas commander killed in Lebanon, an explosion in Beirut, the capital of that country. Several other members of that Palestinian militant group also killed in the blast. You see it on your screen. It's led to concerns that the conflict between Israel and Hamas may now be expanding. Ian Lee is in the West Bank, where there has been a very public and angry reaction to all of this. Ian, good morning.
Good morning, Tony. Protests erupted behind me in the occupied West Bank city of Ramallah after last night's assassination of a senior Hamas leader in Lebanon, an attack that threatens to further inflame the region. An explosion killed 7 Hamas militants in southern Beirut Tuesday night, including Salah El-Aruri, a senior commander and one of the founders of the group's military wing, also wanted by the Israelis and Americans. Israel isn't commenting on the attack, but Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah vowed revenge on Israel, stoking fears of a war with the Lebanese militants. One analyst, Seema Shine, said
the U.S. had to have advanced knowledge of this strike. The one in Lebanon, they said they did not. The United States actually came out and said Israel did not warn us ahead of time that there was going to be a strike. First of all, if they had to have advanced knowledge of the strike, you would have heard from Canada, the United States, and the UK specifically pulling out their diplomats from the embassies. Okay? Usually, if there's prior communication between obviously allies, they will pull out they will take the initiative and pull out some of their more high priority diplomats. So I think that's probably that, paired up with the fact that the United States did come out and say they did not inform us ahead of time. And then Israel came out and said we told them as it was happening, implies that they actually did not give them prior warning that they were going to do this, which once again is more of a example of America's influence diminishing a little bit. Even with all of our allies, a bunch of them are fake friends, is what I'm saying. Okay? I think they're fake friends. We give them so much stuff. We use so much of our revenue, so much of our money, specifically on allowing these guys to continue their own pet projects, whether it be genocide in Gaza or elsewhere. And then they turn around and do whatever the hell they want to do. It's crazy.
says would look very different to the fight against Hamas. If you were to compare Hamas's capabilities with Hezbollah's capabilities, how would you compare the two?
10 times more.
Yeah.
That's no question. Hezbollah is a huge army, very close to Israeli villages and cities.
Yeah, it's not even a question. Like you're talking about way larger capabilities. These are not bathtub bombs that they're working with. Hezbollah has a huge army. Yes, of course. Not only do they have a decent army, but they also have a very well-trained and very experienced army as well. Yeah. Bro, Hezbollah has fiber internet. I didn't even know. First of all, as you guys know, I don't have fiber internet. But turns out Hezbollah has fiber optic internet. They have their own closed circuit. Okay? That's crazy to me. So yes, there's a difference in the capabilities, like the targeting and the striking capabilities that Hezbollah has in comparison to Hamas, of course.
Hamas's murderous attack on October 7th, Israel is fighting on multiple fronts, from Lebanon to Yemen, where Iranian-backed Houthi rebels fire missiles and drones toward Israel and are attacking commercial ships around its waters, threatening to disrupt the world's economy and send oil prices soaring. Shipping giant Maersk is now diverting ships around the Horn of Africa, avoiding the Red Sea, and adding thousands of miles to the journey. The Houthis say they'll stop the attacks if Israel stops its war against Hamas. But Israeli leaders say the war could last throughout 2024, vowing to fight until Hamas is destroyed. For many Gazans, that means more misery in tent cities away from home. Those who go back...
It is pretty interesting that, like, the difference in perspective and the difference in coverage when, like when we talk about sanctions, we think about it as though it's just a decision that's made by, by paper pushers, right? And in many ways it is. But that decision only holds weight because America has the military power to back it up, right? It has the economic power to back it up, and it also has the military power to enforce it. So when the Houthis do the same thing to Israel, and they actually utilize the military power and try to engage in a blockade and successfully pull it off, everyone goes, that's terrorism. What are you doing? That's terrorism. Is completely unacceptable. It is very interesting that we have no way of conceptualizing what America does, but when the Houthis do it, which is outside of America's reign of interest and is not aligned with the United States of America and is doing it to an ally of the United States of America, that's when you understand what it looks like when you actually implement a blockade.
Find not much to return to. I wish I died with them. That would have been better than living like this, says this man who lost his family. But many Palestinians will continue to live like this even after the war is over.
There's also been a sharp increase in Israeli raids here in the occupied West Bank. Since October 7th, more than 300 Palestinians have been killed by the military, as well as settler attacks. Nate.
Ian Lee in the West Bank, thank you.